Hey everybody, I'm back and I'm gonna show you how I make my oral hygiene rinse with the tea tree oil. But first, let me talk to you about a couple of other tools that I have to help me. First of all, I find the major thing that you need to maintain proper oral hygiene is you have to floss. I mean, listen, I know. I'm one of those people. I didn't want to hear it. The dentist's been telling me for years, brush and floss, and, just didn't want to go through it, with that, going through all of that mess. But it really makes a major difference. And what I found to make the flossing easier are these dental hoops, or I don't know what they call them, dental hoops, dental harps, or whatever. But I find that these work really well because with this, I can get to the back teeth really easy, and that's where I have the majority of my dental issues are in my back teeth. So this allows me to be able to get into all of my teeth. So usually for me, I will floss after every meal. Now, everyone doesn't have to do that, but for me, because my situation, well, the nature of my situation, I find that I really need to be on top of things 100%. Otherwise, I'm going to have problems. So after every meal, I will floss. And then another thing I use in the mornings is a tongue scraper. This is good because it gets rid of all any bacteria that have built up on your tongue, and you know, if you just scrape in the morning, you'll see like the mucus and bacteria that's built up on your tongue, and that will lead to issues with bad breath, etc. So I use this to take care of that, to help me, get rid of all the bacteria that's in there and to give me fresh breath. And I will soak these in a solution of hydrogen peroxide and water, and my toothbrush as well. All of my dental tools I soak in hydrogen peroxide and water to keep bacteria from building up on them, especially the toothbrush. Now, in the morning, first thing I will rinse with the tea tree oil, which I'm going to show you how to do in a second. But then I also went out and I bought a toothpaste, tea tree oil toothpaste. I figured, well, good stuff. So, hey, anything that I can use to help me maintain proper oral care is good. And since I know tea tree oil works, then hey, I'm going to be on it. So those are my tools. Now I'm going to show you how I make my solution of for my rinse. Now, one thing that I started adding to my solution is baking soda. And the reason for that is my dentist told me that, what really contributes to cavities is acid in the mouth, because I have a few cavities and I didn't understand why I have them, because I don't drink sugary things. I don't drink sodas. I don't eat a lot of sweets and things like that, but still I have a couple of cavities. And it's the acid. We all have bacteria in our mouths, and the bacteria feed on carbohydrates, and they excrete acid. And it's the acid that erodes the enamel in your teeth that leads to cavities. So baking soda actually neutralizes those acids. So after every meal, I will rinse with some baking soda and water. And water is a good thing also, just water of itself, to neutralize the acid. So I take just a little bit, maybe like a quarter teaspoon of baking soda, and I'll put that in a container. Usually I use a cup, but so you guys can see I'm using this container. And to that I will add just a little bit of water, just about that much. And dissolve the baking soda in that. Now, what I put in here next is just a little bit of hydrogen peroxide. Usually I use just a capful. So I just put a little bit in there. And now comes the last ingredient, which is the tea tree oil. Now, listen, this is the thing. This is really strong stuff. A little bit goes a long way. So what I do with this is I have just a little thin straw, and I will dip this into the tea tree oil like that, and then I put my finger on the top of the straw, and oh, did I get any? Hold on. I put my finger on top of the straw, and whatever's in there, see that? Just a drip. That's all I need. Sometimes if I feel that's not enough, I'll take another drip. It's really very, very strong. It might not seem like a lot, but like I said, a little bit goes a long way. And then I'll just rinse my mouth out. And then I'm good to go for the rest of the day. And what I'll do to maintain is, like I said, after I eat a big meal, I'll make sure that I floss, and I will brush my teeth with the tea tree oil toothpaste. It does have a medicine-y taste. It's not the best tasting thing in the world, but I've eaten worse things, so believe me, it's like no big deal. And it does leave your breath very fresh. So listen, everybody, I wouldn't be telling you this if it wasn't true. Tea tree oil, make sure you get on it. I'm telling you, if you have any issues like your gums are bleeding when you brush them in the morning, you're going to notice that after a while of doing this, make sure you floss, you brush, and rinse. And I'm telling you, within a week, 2 weeks, you're going to notice a major difference in your oral hygiene. Okay? Peace.